everyone, Cody Rose or the Code Man. Today we're gonna do something that I did as an April Fool's joke many years ago, and that is a movie that turns 5 today, and I feel like it deserved to be talked about because last year we finally got the game's version of the end of this movie, and that is Detective Pikachu. Not the game, the movie. It's one of my personal favorite video game movies, and basically, it's, in my opinion, so far is the best video game movie ever made. Yes, Mario is good when it comes to writing, uh, like for suspension, making the video game movies good, but it has a lot of illumination problems, which really is not the point why it sucks. But today we're going to talk about Pokemon. Got that? Good. Let's begin. Well, our movie starts off with a car getting thrashed. Well, you see Mewtwo in a cryo tube. You're probably thinking to yourself, is Mewtwo at the beginning? Nope. I will explain that later when they mention it. Got that? And now car crash. Boom, and Pikachu is believed to be dead, plus the owner. And now we jump cut to a farm-like area, and we get introduced to our main character, or our main protagonist, basically, and one random friend. Which this movie is great because this movie does a thing that Pokemon rarely does, and that is a character who really doesn't like Pokemon. Really, this is a thing you see in one movie 7, but that's like a fear of Pokemon. This is more like doesn't want to have a partner sort of formula, which is the first, I think, but there are a few other examples, but not like full on. But anyhow, the point is, it finds a Cubone. Yes, Cubone, the lonely Pokemon, because his mother is God. Cubone, yeah, I'm sad that your mother's dead, and your relative got you the skull. Oh God, Marowak would be great. Evolution, mostly a lone Marowak. But anyhow, joke over. Okay, sorry. Just to know, clicking is a thing I do with my storyline stuff. We're switching forms of characters with reality known as composites. Sorry, I have to explain that in a normal video. Yes, sorry about that. Now move along. Basically, throws a Pokeball, it catches it, but doesn't get complete. That next up is basically he learns his father is dead, or Tin Goodman, which is our main character. And basically his father, which I think is Tim Goodman, I forget which one. So I'm going to call the kid Tim and the father Mr. Goodman, if that makes sense. So anyhow, basically goes that, he goes a video, goes into, just to know, originally in the movie, originally at the alternate opening, it was like a ad joke about a Togepi, but they cut that off and replaced that scene with this, which is kind of more better for a world builder for people who are not familiar with Pokemon. Good idea, good fan service. Anyhow, got that. Now he goes on a train to Rhyme City, and in the game, Rhyme City is a brawling with Pokemon like in the movie, but there are a few differences. Which one of it is like Tin Goodman lives in Rhyme City for a little bit, and now with the father returns to the father instead of being new to the city. Basically, then that they do a recap of humans and Pokemon battles, yada yada stuff. Basically, do that. You see Squirtle, you see a Squirtle, and Pancham. It's a good scene. I like it. Good recap building for then goes to his father being a detective, and basically Harry Goodman, which is the father's name, I think, and basically the detective's like, he's dead, gone. He might be gone, and now you gotta find a stay put. Then he goes to his old room and notice that he has a bedroom set up for him with stuff. And up along the way, we get introduced to a female character who is our main girl with a side duck. I forget her name in the movie, but her whole character is she's the lead in to explain the plot about the hidden dark side. On a long way, we see an Easter egg with Trico, which is funny. God damn it. Sorry, click effect. But anyhow, Trico. Yeah, one of Pokemon's greatest Geico Gecko ripoffs? Yeah, Geico Gecko. Pay 50 minutes on a car dealer. Now back to going. So basically, the movie is where's Pikachu, you ask? Well, we got him introduced at the same time, which was one of the funniest trailer jokes that wondering that Pikachu talks. Kind of, which I will say in a moment. Basically, there's a bunch of serum that he finds and spreads it, and that's our serum, which is like the main reason why the villains are using it to make the Pokemon more rampant with Apom, which just an out. It's basically just in the video game. That was the first part of the game. Yes, basically you're wrong. Yes, basically that's how the game starts with looking for an Apom. Now back to Conan. Thanks, Michael. And I'm finding our stuff. He gets blamed for being crazy by hearing Pikachu, but really no one hears him yelling Pika Pika. Joke. Then we get a Ludicolo saying Lucario for some reason at the coffee place. And as in the games, Detective Pikachu loves his coffee. Drink that, and basically that's find the clues. Next part is going to find lead for it. Well, a joke where Pikachu doesn't know what to do, and then they find the Ardos to a gangster club but before that, we get basically a scene where to get a lead from the girl, and then Pikachu's like, wait a minute, he's got a side duck. Side duck, the Pokemon equivalent of a duck with psychic powers, mostly mind explosions. Now back to Cardon. So anyhow, basically this has a freaking joke. Oh God, this is really funny. Next part of the movie is a battle, and if you play the game, you know that Pikachu doesn't have electricity powers, which is kind of funny of a joke, but at the end he loses, right before losing at the trick by just grabbing Charizard, which is kind of funny. Barely winning, now all the else spills, and there's a joke where he jokes about just a little oomph from Magikarp, which, as we all know, he sucks. Robocup, he sucks. Sorry, no Michael this time, but anyhow, it evolves into one of our two evolutions in the movie to Gyarados, which is a complete badass. Although, Gyarados is a Pokemon that's so strong and mighty and awesome, even if Magikarp sucks. Now back to the command. That was weird, but anyhow, point is, does that they discovered the truth, and now that they're in dead lead, then we get to our main villain of the movie getting enrolled, Howard Clifford, which you think his son is the villain, but no, I will explain in a moment. But yeah, discover the Mewtwo's behind it, and they need to find Mewtwo to find the lab. Go to the lab. Then they get to the lab, but with the girl as well. They find a Greninja with missing psychic, with a growth hand with more water increased powers, while a Totera not there that's missing with growth enhancement. But anyhow, that's really it. They find the message, and yes, this is the part of the movie where they reveal that Mewtwo, basically the same Mewtwo as Pokemon Red and Blue, or green, depending on you lived in Japan. Now back to Conan. Sorry, these switching things get really weird. Okay, basically, in this scene of the movie, they battle Greninja briefly by chasing them. Then they discover the earthquake happens, and they think it's the mental power by Greninja or Psyduck. But no, it's a freak Torterra, making it the biggest Pokemon on screen. Screw you, freaking Wailord. He's more bigger than you. Okay, Wailord is still big, like a balloon big. But this is more biggest Pokemon on screen with the Torterra being. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Pikachu gets injured because of ground type. And we all know ground type is basically the only weakness to electric type. And if you didn't know that, you didn't know that electric types have nothing to do with ground. Got that? Good. Now back to Conan. They do that. They find a Bulbasaur. Bunch of Bulbasaur follow them. They do that. They get healed by Mewtwo. Mewtwo gets captured, and we get our third act breakup of the film, where basically everyone Pikachu thinks he's wrong. Then they go back. They find the lead and they're confused. And it turns out Howard Clifford's the villain, and trying to become Mewtwo. Yes, the Pokemon clone badass of the series getting possessed by a man that's in a wheelchair. Kind of ironic, but good mental Charles Xavier moments. And basically, do the body switching, and basically the body switching fusing with some of the Pokemon as a scene. And one of the dumbest parts of a fight now that Pikachu's got his electric powers back, which is kind of weird, and how got that, they battle against Mewtwo, barely wins until trying to get away of a Ditto. Yes, a Ditto. The Pokemon equivalent of a shapeshifter. Yeah, Ditto. Oh, yeah, my mother's a Ditto. Just to know with continuity lore anyway. Your mother's a Ditto? Wow, that's freaking weird. Let's do that in a moment. Oh, God, a Ditto. That's a good chat we could say. Okay, we will do the Ditto chat later. Now do the rest of this review. I'm sick and tired of this. Switching bodies with you, goddammit. Doing bodies in the act lore style video exposition in this video. So let's just do it. So yeah, basically they battle. The Ditto returns into a bunch of Pokemon. Falls that gets dissolved, and it turns out that Ditto special, which is not important, but basically do that. Timba gets the thing off his head. Mewtwo gets back, defeats the man, captures the man, they get arrested. And it turns out, all this time, Detective Pikachu was both Pikachu and the father at the same time. And now, for bringing back the son, Mewtwo's like, okay, I'm gonna save him back from life. And it turns next up, the movie ends with both Ryan Reynolds, yes, the actor who plays Pikachu, playing himself in real life as a character of the father. Good ending, and it moved up with him thinking of doing something. And only time will tell if we might get a new movie with that on Netflix. Maybe not, but only time will tell. And that's the movie. Anyhow, this is a good movie. This is my personal favorite video game movie of all time. And it will be until maybe Sonic 3. But I don't think Sonic 3 is not going to have Amy or Sonic elements. But only time will tell for Sonic 3. And wait a minute, we got a news bulletin. Freaking, the lady who's going to be in the Lilo Stitch reboot movie is also going to do freaking, Maria from Sonic, which you know as Knuckles' friend, human friend, but in this movie is actually Eggman's cousin. I'm not kidding, that's gonna be weird. And anyhow, that's it for the video. And thank you for Michael Bader. Thank you, everyone, for this cameo. I'm gonna do separate videos for shorts on this channel, on the YouTube channel now, for Pokemon stuff, while Decoman does Toku stuff. This is just a tease of it, so thank you. You're welcome. So yeah, that's just a news update we just did off screen. But I hope you liked the video. Leave a comment below if you are thinking Detective Pikachu is the best video game movie so far in existence. Just come and saying bye-bye for now.